Welcome to Animates, a retro anime review comedy podcast. These episodes contain spoilers and adult language, so stick around if you're cool like that.
Welcome back to Animates, your source for all things retro anime. My name is Mackenzie, joined by the woman you love, Lindsay.
I'm here in the flesh.
Lindsay, are you feeling scared?
After how you felt about the show I gave you last week, a little.
Good. That's the energy I want you to have today.
Okay.
Because, baby, I'd be acting foolish if I didn't say that I just want to stand up and rock with you. Only you.
What?
Hey.
What?
What's with the face?
Because I don't know what you're going to do, and I'm nervous.
Don't rain on me, okay?
Oh, no.
We already had our breakup to make up moment years ago, and I don't want to go down that road again with this friendship.
Are we watching some sort of music anime?
Oh, Lindsay, this little game we play.
I'm not good at games. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I had Ashanti on my brain this week, and I was trying to see how many song titles I could fit into my intro.
Why Ashanti?
And I think I got 12.
What?
Which is
it was
pretty
funny.
Good.
My brain was like, was Daft Punk's thing anime? I don't remember. Like, I was so confused. So you're not trying to make me scream?
No.
Okay.
So, see, the reason I have Ashanti on my brain this week is because the world that we're headed to is called Ashanti.
Oh, it's Ashanti's world. We're just all living in it.
Where we join Yohko on her fantastic adventure is the OVA film Fantastic Adventure of Yohko, Leda.
Whoa. Wow.
Pretty good wordplay there, huh?
Man, you just blew my mind.
You mean the 12 Ashanti references didn't?
Oh, man, that was impressive.
The look on your face, you were so confused.
I was like, what is going on? Like, did I break this man with Acro Punch?
Yeah, probably. So, this story is about a teenage girl who is in love.
Okay, standard.
When she goes to tell the boy that she loves him, she can't do it, and she keeps walking past and somehow accidentally bridges the gap between two dimensions.
As you do.
And is sent to the world of Ashanti, where she must now become a warrior to defend Earth's sister dimension from the forces of Zell.
See, this is why I don't tell my crushes anything.
Saves her own planet from annihilation.
Wow!
Are you excited?
What? What a concept.
So, the main character, Yohko, actually looks like Mink from Dragon Half, but without the dragon parts.
Oh, okay.
She even has a similarly dressed, including the arm sleeves partner to join her.
Ooh.
I just sent you a...
Oh, wow. Yeah, she does look like the character from Dragon Half. Like, you could almost sue them for copyright infringement. Holy moly. Whoa. Is this the baddie?
Yeah.
That looks so cool. Man, okay,
I know, right?
I'm excited
They're
for
pretty
this.
sweet looking. Yeah.
This looks so sick.
It's just teen girl in love sent to another world where she becomes a warrior of Leda and fights evil wizards and crazy looking robots.
And apparently there's a dog in it.
Oh, it's not just a dog, Lindsay.
No.
It's a talking dog.
Oh my gosh, that's the best kind of dog.
She gets a talking dog companion, and it's pretty sweet.
I want a talking dog companion. Oh my gosh, this looks delightful.
And you know what's even better about it looking delightful?
Mm-hmm.
The movie is from 1985.
Oh, wow.
But we don't have to watch a crusty potato quality version of it because it got a 4K release in 2019.
Holy shit. Okay,
so we'll be watching the 80s in crisp, clear, remastered style.
We're going to see every detail.
Literally, I looked it up and I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
You're like, God bless the people who did this. I worried we were going to get
like one of those weird 2024 AI 4K upscales that just look like trash.
Oh, yeah.
This is a proper remaster.
Ooh, I'm very excited to watch this.
Great.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hell yeah. Are you... The stress on your face when I was talking gibberish to the excitement on your face now is very different.
The emotional roller coaster I've gone on through this intro has been quite something.
And yeah, we get to watch some girl become a badass warrior and fight the hot drag wizard.
I mean, now you've sold it. Like, holy moly. I was already buying it. Now you've really sold it.
Hell yeah. Well, we'll be right back after we don our metal bikini armor and head to Ashanti. And we're back from watching the OVA Fantastic Adventure of Yohko, Leda. Lindsay, did this OVA leave you feeling nostalgic for tape players and the teenage love of yore? Or did it leave you feeling like I did after I watched Acro Bunch?
No, you were much nicer to me than I was to you last week. No, this was great. I really enjoyed this. And yeah, having it remastered in 4K made it just, so beautiful. And just such a treat to watch.
Hell yeah.
No, I thought it was a beautiful series. I loved the lush landscapes. I loved the character design. I loved the characterization. And I thought it was just thought it was a really, really well done series. Or show, I guess. It wasn't a series. It was an OVA.
It should have been a series.
I would have watched the shit out of that series.
It feels like it could have done so much more with like an actual series.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have seen more of Zell, like doing his little schemes and stuff.
Doing his little schemes, doing a makeup tutorial.
I know as soon as you saw Zell, you were like,
Well, it's funny because after we stopped recording the first part and I looked up stuff, I was like, oh, is this the baddie? She's so cool. And then watching it, I was like, I'm an idiot. I need to stop just assuming that just because they're wearing makeup in Japanese anime that they're the woman.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I did that with Toy.
That is true. Yes, that is true. We're both fools.
The story, it's cute, right? Like it's teenage love, just blossoming. I personally think so there was some exposition at times that wasn't included, which would have helped to make some sense. But I like to think that this was all a dream that she had in a split second to allow her to find confidence within herself to like talk to like her big crush that she's in love with.
Yeah.
Because the name Leda means happy woman in Greek.
Oh.
So
I guess that makes sense.
So I feel like she was just lost and looking to find that internal happiness, and it happened in this split second. I'd like to imagine she didn't go to another world, and it was just this like really intense dream she had. Not because I hate the idea of her going to another world. It's just that's kind of where my brain went. Is I was like this split second emotion and like a really big, like just kind of fanciful explanation of that through story.
Oh, she's like has to imagine herself saving the world, and then she's like, okay, I can talk to a boy. It's not like having to save the world.
Exactly.
Oh man, we never see the boy's face, do we?
Nope.
He's always just like faceless.
I really like that they did that.
Yeah, I like that they did that too.
I like it because it's not about him.
Mm-hmm.
It's about her 100%. They didn't include some boy to like, for people to oogle or ogle over. They just put in a figure to represent this love and never made it like, never personified it, which also leaves it up to interpretation for like the viewer, which is pretty nice and fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like what you said about it makes it not about him. It's about her and her journey and her kind of self-discovery that she goes through.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite character?
Oh, man.
And is it Ringham?
Yes. The floating dog? Yes.
The best boy?
Oh my gosh, such a good boy.
Because like they could have made him this cocky little asshole or something. But no, his whole goal is to travel the world and learn things.
Yeah. He's so cute. And he gives the best snuggles.
Oh yeah, he's raggedy, but he's just adorable.
Yep, I 100% agree. As soon as I saw him, I was like, this is the best. This is the best boy.
I forgot that he flew. When you see it happen, you're like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, woo.
And you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I think my next favorite is probably Yoni.
I was gonna say, is it the other girl? What was it? The shrine maiden?
Yeah, she's just funny.
She's so funny. I love her. And she's like so brassy and like just ready to let you know what she's thinking, and
Mhm.
is just very assertive.
Yeah, and that's not to say that like Yohko sucks. Yoko's great.
Oh, Yoko's great. But as with many things, like the support characters are really great.
And they don't fuck that up here.
No, they don't. It's all really good.
And you mentioned design.
Mhm.
It's beautiful.
Oh man.
The
The
backgrounds
colors are so luscious.
oh my god, I know. This does not suffer from too dark to save budget syndrome.
No, the greens are greening.
Now, admittedly, there are some moments that felt like Acrobunch.
Yeah.
A couple. And I'm saying that to hold accountability for anybody that watches this and Acrobunch and goes, actually, yeah, fuck you. I picked up on it. I'm willing to admit, okay, when I can love something that still looks a little bit like Acrobunch every now and again, because it made up for it many times over.
Oh, absolutely. I liked the mechs in this one.
Holy fucking shit, right?
The like wings of Leda or whatever was so cool.
It is incredible the way that it like transforms. It just swings up into itself. There's no crazy like fanciful whatever. It's just like it's mechanically designed well.
I agree. It was really cool. And like, yeah, there was no like weird proportion problems. Like it all just fluidly transformed and it made sense. I really liked it.
Yeah. And they're like rustic.
Yeah. The first mech, it was fine. It was a tin can with legs.
But it works though.
Yeah.
I liked that silly little tin man more than the look of Acrobunch. Okay.
Oh man.
But everything in this is designed well.
Mhm.
Like the backdrops, I just
Oh.
even when animation got a little bit rough, like frame wise, the backdrops were just stunning.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
the forest backdrops.
Those are so pretty. Again, I would love to have a screenshot or not a screenshot.
I can get you a screenshot.
No, it's okay. I don't need a screenshot.
They're 0.001 pennies a dozen, and that's just the electricity it takes in the second I screenshot it for you.
I just meant prints. I would put a print of those backgrounds up in my house.
Yes. No, I get what you're getting at. No, they're beautiful. Like you said, the greens were greening, the pinks were pinking. Everything was slaying.
It was great. I loved it. Even the reds were so pretty.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go through all the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah. The purples were great. The yellows
ceruleans were ceruleum. The chartreuse was chartreusing.
Oh, and the burnt orange on minute 145.
Oh, the carnelian. People are gonna be like, stop speaking, BFA.
Turns off episode. But no, it's beautiful to look at, especially that 4K. That 4K is just...
Oh, treat yourself and watch it in 4K.
I don't ever want to watch potato quality. Unfortunately, most of what we watch ends up being potato quality because of the time.
Oh, man.
I dig deep to try and find the best quality link I can send you.
Could you imagine this on like a movie theater screen?
That'd be great.
Oh my gosh.
I'd love that.
I remember the first time I saw Howl's Moving Castle in theaters, I was like, excuse me? This movie needs to be seen in a giant screen.
Yeah, I saw 4 Ghibli films across 3 weeks in theaters and just blew my mind every week. It's incredible. This OVA sounded great.
Yeah, and I thought it was really good for really getting you into this world and kind of exploring the atmosphere that they created. It just very beautifully complemented what was going on.
Because there's action in this series, obviously, or the show, but it's not meant to be like some over-the-top action show. It still feels like it's just some girl trying to believe in herself and find love and set to robots fighting things. It's great.
Yeah. It's like mech ostriches there.
Yeah. And she looks great too. Like, the outfits are all great, even though like it's an outfit that teen me would have absolutely ogled over, metal bikini. Fantastic. You know how we feel about metal bikinis. But it wasn't done in a fan servicey or weird way.
No, which I appreciate because she is a teenager.
It was like, hey, metal bikini, cool, but it wasn't
This is
like
just what she's wearing.
crotch shots and like
Thank goodness.
obscene, over the top, doesn't need to be there stuff in a story like this, which is cool.
I mean, like the costume design in this was nothing incredible. I don't think.
But it looked good.
I thought, was it Nell? Vel? Who's the baddie? Nell? Zell? Oh my gosh.
Zell.
My version said Nell. So that's going to be fun. So Zell looked like Piccolo to me.
I'm sorry, what?
Does Zell not look like Piccolo? Am I thinking of the right character?
No, I'm going to send you a picture of Piccolo right now.
Oh no.
1 second.
I swear there's a guy in Dragon Ball Z who looks like that kind of shape. Yeah! This guy.
Piccolo's green.
Well, yeah, but he still has like the white turban and like the capey thing with the big statement shoulder.
Oh, outfit-wise, sure, a little bit.
Sorry.
I'm
talking
thinking
about that.
like third eye crowns and like drag makeup and like all this stuff.
No. I meant in terms of like his outfit and
There
and
are characters in Dragon Ball that look like Zell.
Mm-hmm.
There are, but I was like looking at Piccolo like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Lindsay's on pain meds.
I was questioning if you're okay to finish recording the episode.
Oh man. No, but now you understand what I was saying.
Yes. Okay. Mention outfit, not just
I was talking about costume design.
Oh, for some reason I went straight to just green man with antenna. Anyways,
He looks nothing like this.
No, the costumes aren't specifically like outwardly crazy, but they work. They're simple. They're good.
Yep. They're wearing things.
We know you prefer that.
Yep.
Let's get into talking about what we watched.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the breakdown.
Oh my gosh. Well, we open on a girl on a piano composing this beautiful ballad and talking about how she's doing it because like she's gonna record it so that she can play it for this boy that she likes and he'll hear it and it expresses how she feels about him and he's just gonna fall for her. And I'm
Imagine having someone so in love with you that they write a love song on the piano.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like knew cringy emo kids in middle school who did that.
Hey, that was one of them.
Yeah, but they all do like meth now.
True. I definitely don't.
Anyways, so this is her whole plot. And so we see her like listening to it on her Walkman as she's walking. And this dude walks past her and she's like, oh, this must be the time. I can do it. And blah, blah, blah. And then she does nothing. And he just keeps walking. And then she stands there and she's like, shit.
She's never talked to him before. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's even weirder.
Get it.
Like, sure, I get it. But like, he doesn't even say hi to her when he walks past. He
probably doesn't even know. He's probably just like, yeah, it's a girl from school.
I know. It's a little weird.
Well, nobody says anything. And then she gets sucked into this other world. She's like falling through this weird dimension. And then some weird, creepy thing reaches out and is like, give me the heart of Leda. And she's like, no.
This was one of the moments where it felt like a little acrobunchy because they just took one drawing and just slid it down in front of the camera and I could see the edges of the cell at certain points.
Oh, 4K did them dirty a little bit. Oh man. But after she's, gets away from this creepy dude, she ends in this fantastical world, which we talked about how beautiful it is earlier.
Stunning.
So which like, as we talked about, like there's this beautiful overture that just beautifully highlights this like new world that we're exploring and we're seeing all the different foliage that's there and all the weird little creatures and things like that. So it's all really cool. And as we're doing this, she meets our favorite talking dog, who is the goodest boy. And he's like, hey, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, I'm a high school student. He's like, what's a high school student? Which was excellent.
I'm surprised you didn't notice the giant spooky butt plug chasing her.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. I was like, what the heck is this light bright piece doing? Like, I don't understand. Oh man, because yeah, it was just one of them, and I was like, "That's weird," but there's a talking dog now, so I don't have to pay attention to it.
No, the
It'll
Ringham
probably
is
come in play later.
Ringham is way more important.
Oh yeah, I love
He's the
Ringham.
goodest boy.
Oh, such a good boy. Yeah, so they're talking and stuff, and she's like playing the Walkman with her composition, and while this happens, lights start appearing around her, and she's like transported back to Earth temporarily, and it's all weird. They're like, oh well, this must be like the heart of Leda that's allowing you to like do this, and there's like a weird mirage in the sky that appeared a couple days ago, so maybe that's how you got here, was through this weird Walkman. They're like, okay, sure, I don't know what else it could be. And while this is happening, this group of like beasts on mech ostrich things come and attack them and snatch this Walkman from them, and they're like, hey, give that back. And they're like, no, we need the heart of Leda. Master Zell tells us that, so SOL for you. And she's like, that's not fair.
Love the design of these bulbous scythe wielding
They're
robots.
so cool. And then they have like the little teeny tiny legs.
Yeah, like they feel very Dragon Ball Z, and you wouldn't get that reference, but they feel very Dragon Ball Z in some of their design, but they're just like, they're so cool, and they're very unique, and they have this weird eerie vibe to them.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
I really liked them. Yeah. Again, cool design in this show. Oh man, so they get in a little kerfuffle, a little scuffle, and it's looking like curtains for our protagonists, but Yohko falls into a giant flower, and this is where we get our magical girl transformation.
If you can call it that. They really didn't go in on the transformation.
No, they're like, she's in this petal, we're just gonna give you a bunch of like cool silhouettes, and then she's gonna come out in a metal bikini. Which looks super slick. Also, her sword is like a lightsaber. That was pretty cool.
But it like lightsabers into metal.
I know. It's kind of cool. It just like takes it from one plane and then brings it onto this plane, I guess.
It's like summoning. Yeah, it's fantastic. It like slightly opens up and the blade like zooms. Very cool. I love that way of keeping the sword on her without having to have like a giant sword on you.
I know. It is really cool. And it's probably a lot easier for travel. You can just slip that in your carry-on.
Yeah, exactly. The airport won't know what's happening.
They won't. The sword is technically on a different plane.
Ah!
Yeah! It's not going on this plane.
As long as it's not on Boeing, it'll be fine.
Oh man, they're having a season. Anyways, so the baddies are getting away. So obviously, Yohko and Ringham have to chase after them, and they do so on this like little hover bike.
I normally, when it's like, oh, I've transformed, I instantly know what I'm doing. You wouldn't think it would work, but they do it in a way where they're like, hi, we're giving you a specific power tied to a spirit of the warrior of our old goddess. So you're going to know how to do these things, which is fine, but she's still a little wobbly at it, which really makes it just feel great in that sense. Because sometimes it's annoying to be like, powers, I'm perfect at them. She's like she's doing her thing, but she's like, whoa, this is crazy.
Which is fair. The first time you hold a great sword, you're like, huh.
Also, the music in this chase scene reminded me of a racing video game called Cruising USA on the N64.
Ooh.
And it got me so fucking pumped for some odd. I watched the chase scene like 3 times because I was like, fucking song.
You're like, let's get going.
Yeah.
Man, Mackenzie's going to listen to that on his bike the next time he bikes anywhere.
Damn right. And then I'm going to start weaving it into traffic as if I'm chasing robots.
Please don't do that. Oh, man.
On my bike that has no brakes.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, man. But yeah, so at this point, we get more butt plugs coming out to attack.
I was going to say, it's very reminiscent of the inflatable dongs from Dominion Tank Police.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, they actually fly this time.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I thought about like the inflatable French Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. but 100 of them flying at you.
Yeah, just so many of them. And they like drive off of this weird cliff and land on this weird hat. And you're like, what the hell's going on? And all of a sudden this giant like mech just starts moving. Which like, all right, cool. It's such a like basic looking mech. I know. I thought it was cute.
But it's so fun. And again, this is where that contradictory thing from my last review of our Acro Bunch comes in, where I was like, that robot's basic and boring. And then I'm looking at it just a Tin Man, and I'm like, wow, it's so perfect.
I know, I was like, it literally is like a tin can with just little tiny legs. But again, it's like, it's really fun, weird proportions that all make sense.
Exactly. So anyone trying to call me contradictory, get fucked.
Just kidding. We love you. Please keep listening. So there's like a little flap that opens up from the crotch of the mech, and this little ladder comes down, and who comes out but our next character, Yoni, who is Leda's last like shrine maiden. So she's here to help us. And she explains that whenever Leda's power is used for evil, it brings someone from Noah to Ashanti to act as her warrior. So now we have an explanation for why she's finally here in Ashanti from the other world. Which, I mean, like, is it Earth, or is Noah just like a different...
Noah is Ashanti's name for Earth.
Oh, okay, copy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, back in the 90s, the only way I could get to Ashanti was through an HMV music store. But
jeez, get out. I had a restraining order. Just kidding. Oh, man. So, yeah. What else do we get? Oh, and then she also gives us the exposition that Nell wants to open the door to Noah so that he can go through and conquer it with his giant Death Star.
Yeah, instead of using his power to, like, save Ashanti, he's like, I'm just going to go live in this other beautiful world.
You know what? I feel like going and colonizing a different place. So... kind of used up everything here.
Did you ever watch Venture Brothers?
No, I didn't.
His ship reminds me of the Beehive ship from that one.
No. Well, listeners, if you ever watch the Venture Brothers.
Anyways.
Oh, man. But yeah, so from here we learn that the song that Yohko composed is Leda's Heart. And so...
it's like musical, like, vibrations match up to, like, the power or something.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand, but
hey,
they're the scientists working on it, so...
Step aside, Chapel Roan. Your song of the summer has nothing on Yoko's slow love song that can literally bridge the gap between worlds.
Whoa! Yeah, actually, Chapel, can your music do that?
I'm lying. I want to see this remade, but it's Chapel Roan sucked into Ashanti.
Oh my gosh, she would be so good.
Because Hot to Go matches Leda's power.
This is the mashup we need.
Just battle set to Hot to Go, and she's just like punching people like H, and she like chokes someone H-O, and then she just like punches them again with the T. Anyways.
Oh man. Anyways, that's our fanfic for today. Yoni takes them into the caves that are like below the shrine of Leda, and here they're able to get the wings of Leda, which is the coolest mech in this show.
Hell yeah.
I love it. So that's really great. But back on Nell's ship, they're trying to siphon the energy from the Walkman to open the portal, but it's like too much energy or something. And so he's like, yeah, no, this isn't going to work. We're going to need to, we're going to need to get Yohko to be brought onto this ship. I wrote Bebe in my notes because I wrote B twice. And I was like, Yohko to Bebe, the ship. But yes, so Nell orders for her to be brought to the ship so that it's like, we can siphon the energy through her and she can stabilize everything. And then, things will work out and we can go take over this new planet. And so how do they do that? They attack the last shrine of Leda, which sucks. But our people, our goodies, say that again. So as it's being attacked, we don't have to worry though, because, we got Yohko and Brigham and Yoni all prepared to attack back. And they absolutely kick butt in some pretty rad action scenes.
Yes.
Which is great. And then from here, they're able to... What? I'm just moving through this very fast because there's a lot of fighting.
Hold on. You're missing the biggest part of the fight.
What is the biggest part of the fight?
They destroy Yoni's robot.
Do they? Oh, they do! So my brain went, they're fighting.
Like, literally my note is just like, suck it, Acro Bunch. This is how you do stakes. You take some damn damage. Goodbye, Tin Man.
Yeah. Acrobunch could learn some things.
Because it full on just explodes.
It just kind of, just like, oh man. But anyways, so once this happens, they move on to infiltrating the ship, and they like enter, and this tiny robot is like, yes, welcome. Please come to the dining hall. Dinner is served. And they're like, this feels like a trap.
Yeah,
like, well,
the dog is just like, yeah, but it's better than just wandering around lost.
I know, which I was like, yeah, that's fair. When time is of the essence, Ringham's got a good point there.
He just wanted steak.
Oh man, I know. So they get to this like beautiful dining hall with all this like alien accoutrement on the table and this beautiful feast that could feed lots of people, but just Nell is sitting at the table, and he like walks
Zell.
up. What?
Zell.
Damn it! I keep calling him Nell. Anyways, so there's like all these things, and then Zell is sitting at the head of the table being like, yes, welcome, blah, 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 being an evil baddie. And he like walks over to her and tries to kiss her. And I'm like,
He's like, we can just be together.
Yeah, pass. No
and
thanks.
You
Next.
can't help but go, hell yeah. When he tries to kiss her, she just slaps the shit out of him.
Right? Just pimp slaps him. It's fantastic. I'm like, get it, girl. But yeah, so this slap happens, and he's like, well, because Yoni and Ringham are like, well, let's go. And Zell puts up this like weird force field so that they can't like get to them. And basically at this point, he takes the opportunity to kind of like incapacitate her with a giant eye on his hat. Basically just monologue about his evil plan, as baddies do.
You wouldn't be a bad guy if you don't monologue.
It's literally on the checklist. It's like, you need a cape, you need to have a cool like evil lair, and you need to monologue to the protagonist about what your evil plan is.
Exactly.
Yep. So check. So from here, basically once he incapacitates her, he like puts her in the orb thingy to try and access like siphon energy so that they can like get going and start colonizing. And Ringham and Yoni are like trapped. I don't even know what happens. They're like weird Razor Ninja Star robot flying things.
They're basically drones, but the blades are exposed and sharp.
Yeah. They're basically like, we'll kill him, but it's going to be like death by 1,000 cuts.
Quite literally.
But the thing is, they don't even like seem like they're like, ow, it's like, but they're not. It doesn't seem like anything really bad is happening.
Well, it's because he says he's not going to kill them yet.
Oh, I thought he was like, well, that's time to kill them.
No, he's like, I'm going to make you watch.
Fair.
Some people are into that.
While this is happening, Yohko is in this like weird dream.
The running through each other's eyes, like the zooming in through and through, looked really neat.
That was really cool. Man, can you imagine animating that?
I mean, I'm sure they just did it once and then repeated it, but it still looked really cool.
Fine, I guess you with your logic of how to animate things, but like...
Yeah, I definitely didn't take Zell for being a sexual predator who doesn't take no for an answer, but here we are.
That wasn't on your bingo sheet?
No.
Your baddie bingo sheet?
But he's going into her dreams to force her.
Yeah. And she's like, this is so weird. Like the guy, we get the like faceless guy from the beginning who she loves, and he's like, oh, I love you so much, Yohko, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, it's because of that song that I wrote you, right? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, I wrote you a song. That's why you fell in love with me. He's like, no, you didn't. And she's like, but I did. And then they're at the beach, and they're like, this is such a great day at the beach. And then she's like, yeah, but what about that song that I wrote you?
Which like is so real.
Oh yeah. But she's
also,
like, I put so much effort into this. Tell me about the song. What did you think of it?
Yeah, but also if you're an all-powerful wizard going into some girl's mind to give her a dream, you think you'd include the number one thing.
Yeah, the thing that she's kind of chasing you for.
This is like when like your buddy gets a clone, and it's like, which one do I shoot? And the one's looking at you like, do you remember your mother? And her name is Lisa? And the other guy's like, what's my mother's name? And the guy's like, you have a mother? And you're like, all right.
Yeah, right then.
Kind of an important detail in my backstory.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, Zell's not smart. Nobody said Zell was.
No.
Yeah. Well, and my favorite part is like he has to like try again to go into her mind, and she's still doing the same thing of like, where's that song? Like he didn't learn.
She's not letting it go.
No.
she ain't playing no games.
Oh man. Yeah. It's just like, okay, dude, like fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, or whatever. You know, that whole saying. Like, you come on. She gave you what you needed to convince her that it's not a dream, and you still didn't listen.
We'll just send stingrays at her instead.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, like, this is all happening, and they're being attacked by the, like, weird droney things. And so what happens? The wings of Leda shows up and just basically, like, flies through and fucks shit up and frees Yoni and Ringham so that they can, like, save Yohko and basically finish this shit up.
Yeah,
and they do.
It was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, right, ship's gonna go boom now and we're gonna just leave.
He like flies towards her to engage in a sword battle, but just like lands his head on her sword where his jewel is of all of his power. And you're like, oh, well, I was hoping for some action, but okay.
Yep. Just literally stabs him straight through the magic eye and he falls off the edge. And you're like, oh, okay.
Well, see you in Zell.
All right, bye. I'll see you in Zell. Oh, man. So, yeah, everything goes boom and they escape off the mech. And so they're like flying because the mirage is closing. And so they're in the wings and she like puts her Walkman on and just like zones out to go back. I was like, yeah. Like, what are the other two doing while she's trying to do this? Like,
they're just going to keep flying the ship. But also, I thought only she could fly it. So she disappears.
I know. And they're just going to like crash.
I was hoping they were going to go with her.
That would have been so lovely. No.
She gets like a long-term dog companion and a new best friend.
That'd be great. Every girl needs a talking, flying dog companion. You heard it here first, folks. Every girl needs a flying, talking dog companion.
Hell yeah.
It's an order. It's a decree. Get on it.
Yeah. But she gets home. Yay. Earth,
and
I guess.
It seems like she just like is back through like at the same time
point
when
in
she
time.
left.
That's why I thought it was like a dream thing. Because it was like instant.
And then she's like, hold on a minute. And she's like, turns around and sees her crush is still there. And so we end with her like running to catch up with him and them talking. And I assume just falling in love instantly.
I think that's the gist of it, is that they're going to fall in love forever. But I like how there's a moment where she looks back and it feels like she's not going to go. And she's like, you know what?
Yeah, I thought that too.
I don't need him. And I was like, oh no, like that would have been kind of cool, like self-confidence thing. But then also like love's great, man. And she 100%. Goes for it. She gets her lover.
Yeah, she believes in herself and she shoots her shot.
Hell yeah.
I loved it. It was adorable.
Yeah. This is cute.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be like an over-the-top crazy mech action thing, but it has enough that it works for it.
Absolutely.
It's a nice little love story package that we never actually get to see the love story until the end, but for some reason it works.
I agree.
And they kept him faceless at the end, which is even better.
He doesn't need a face.
Women love faceless men.
Oh, man. Do we ever?
Hey, it's better than being two-faced.
Oh my gosh. Some men have too many. I don't know.
So you liked it.
Yeah, I think this is a great pick.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's a couple things from this. So the studio that made this show, which is Kaname Productions Anime, didn't do a lot. They only have 9 things that they had made, and a lot of them are in this kind of realm, which we'll probably watch at one point. There's one called Birth. There's one called Windaria. Another one, which is Mujigen Hunter Fandora, which is about another like warrior princess with a cool outfit and a big sword.
Love it.
But they didn't do a lot. Leda was their second last thing they did before they had closed down. They started in 82, ended in 88.
Oh, wow. That was a very short run.
Very, very short. I don't know if they like merged into another company or not. Yeah, ignoring the studio and back to the series itself. What would you rate this series?
Good question. Go for a good old trusty 7.4.
Oh, much higher than it was rated at.
Oh, really?
The average score of 3,300 users, so not a lot, is a 6.25.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I can see it.
But the people who like it really like it.
Mhm.
Like the recommended reviews are great. Even the mixed review starts with, I feel like I liked this more than I should. Because there's just
Fair.
something about it that draws you in.
Yeah, 100%. It is like a very heartwarming tale about self-discovery and believing in yourself and, realizing your true strength and potential. Yeah, no, it's a delightful little empowering film.
Hell yeah. Now, if it became a series, would you watch it?
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I was like, is this the point where you tell me that it's getting a modern remake?
No, it's not. There's a lot of stuff getting a modern remake upcoming that's really great that I'm actually going to have you watch before it comes out. But I think you'll have a good time with those. But yeah, so that was Fantastic Adventure of Yohko, Leda, or Genmu Senki Leda, also known as Leda, The War of the Dreams, which is also why I think it might be a dream.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It was produced by Toho also, which I forgot to mention, but Toho has their fingers in like everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know that name.
It's like everything ever. Like a lot of Ghibli stuff gets produced by Toho, etc., etc. So, anyways,
good to know.
Thank you for good to know, Ho. Anyways. Thank y'all for checking out our review of this lovely little OVA that you should totally check out. We'll usually link links to where you can watch these on our Twitter, which is @Animates. We've got tons of other reviews of fantasy series and mech series, except for the Acrobunch one, which you should listen to, but you shouldn't like.
It is a good episode. It is not a good show.
We've also got content on our YouTube channel. We've got some cool tier lists as well as the actual podcast you prefer to listen there. We've got a new video coming up, which is a video essay for the episode that we did the other month for the Rise and Fall of Studio Gainax. We've got some more tier lists coming out, as well as VTuber's favorite retro anime series video and some manga reviews and whatnot. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel to get access to all that. Y'all have been loving the Card Captors video. I think it's at like 7,000 or 8,000 views right now within the last 10 days. So thank y'all for that so much. And make sure to follow the podcast on whatever platform you happen to be listening to it on. And make sure, if you like the podcast, to review it. That helps us out so much. Every time we get a new review, it spikes us in impressions and being shown on all the apps. So we'd love it if you can give us one of those. But yeah, make sure to check us out next week when Lindsay will be hosting and giving me something that will hopefully not be as bad as last week's.
You never know.
I'm fine with bad that's like the dog show bad, but just the acrobat. Anyways, thanks for watching, or thanks for listening, everybody. This was Fantastic Adventure of Yohko, Leda. We will catch you in the next one. Have fun.
Later.